Hello, welcome to the last video for grade 9 biology. It actually feels like ang tagal na since na-upload ko yung pinakaunang video this year, and it's really overwhelming that I am about to finish a module in grade 9 science, especially a module that is so big. It is considered to be the first one para matapos siya kaagad. Okay, so this is the last video for grade 9 biology. Yeah, it's still under the biological sciences, and we are going to finish it up with the last learning competency being learning competency number 6. Differentiate basic features and importance of photosynthesis and respiration. Okay, so you need to refer to your learner's module in Unit 1, Module 4, pages 15 to 23. If you're ready, let's begin. Unlike the other sessions, this is only divided into two. Okay, kasi nga, last na lang siya. Our last discussion is going to be about the electron transport chain, and then we will be having an assessment. It's multiple choices. So, electron transport chain, being the first discussion, and the first part of this session, and the last discussion for the entire module is it may look quite complicated. Pero let's simplify it this way. Okay, so magsimula muna tayo ng ganito. Remember these circles na meron dalawang tails? This is comprising the phospholipid bilayer. Okay, so remember that this is a membrane. Okay, so this is a membrane, ibig sabihin isa siyang wall. Okay, so siyang pader. It separates two places. So the presence of a membrane separates the cytoplasm and the intermembrane space of what? Of the mitochondria. The electron transport chain happens in the mitochondria. So itong space dito is the cytoplasm. This is the membrane. Okay, it is the outer membrane. And then this is the intermembrane space. Okay, so this one naman is the inner membrane. So dalawang membranes yan, dalawang walls. In between them is the intermembrane space. And then may pinakababa is the mitochondrial matrix. So ito yung nasa loob ng mitochondria as it is referenced by this small legend right here. And then the first thing that we need to remember for electron transport chain is the presence of the following systems. So meron tayong number 1, number 2 system, 3, 4, and then the fifth system is the ATP synthase. The fifth system is also known as the ATP synthase. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Okay, so the first system is this one right here. So anong nangyayari dito? Remember the outputs of the Krebs cycle? Remember, NADH and then FADH2? Yeah, so naproduce sila for the purpose of electron transport chain. So how are they going to function? NADH is going to react with the first system number 1, so that it will release two electrons to energizing system 1. Okay, so because nag-release siya ng electrons, na-energize si system 1. Tapos ang nangyari kay NADH, naging NAD plus na lang siya. Okay, so it also released 2 hydrogen ions right here. And then in the process, nag-pull naman siya upwards ng 4 na hydrogen ions. So, marami masyado, no? Kumpara dun sa na-release dito sa loob, mas marami yung mga na-release sa labas. Now, the reaction of NADH with system 1 energized system 1, and it allowed the transfer of the electrons from system 1 to coenzyme Q. So, coenzyme Q is this coenzyme na nasa may malapit sa intermembrane space. Okay, so Ganacico coenzyme Q. Ito namang si system 2 is found right here, malapit sa mitochondrial matrix. And anong ginagawa niya? Okay, so si system 2 naman, ang magre-react sa kanya is flavin adenine dinucleotide na merong H2. So ang mangyayari is, it will be reacting with system 2 to release 2 electrons, and then energizing system 2. Tapos it will be in the process making FADH2 into FAD plus 2 hydrogen ions without the transit of hydrogen ions from mitochondrial matrix to the intermembrane space. Okay, so feeling ko naririnig niyo si Doggy, my doggo. Okay, so just don't mind him, okay? Just let's focus. So we have here system 2 that is energized by this electron, and because of its energization, because energized na siya, matatransfer siya papunta kay coenzyme Q. Now, coenzyme Q is going to be tremendously energized because of systems 1 and system 2. So, ang mangyayari sa kanya, it will be facilitating the transport of electrons from these two systems to system 3. And because they arrived in system 3, energizing system 3, what happens now is hydrogen ions are going to be transported from the mitochondrial matrix to the intermembrane space. Making again, gumagawa siya ngayon ng accumulation, na bumubuo siya ng mga concentration gradient ng hydrogen dito sa side na to. Okay, so meron na siya dito, meron na rin siya dito, maraming hydrogen. Now, the energization of this system will facilitate the transfer of electrons, transport of electrons from system 3 to cytochrome C. And then cytochrome C will be transporting it to system 4. And because it energized system 4, again, electrons sa mga yan, it energized system 4, magta-transfer na naman ng hydrogen from the mitochondrial matrix to the intermembrane space. So, creating another concentration gradient right here. So, again, na-transfer ni cytochrome C yung electrons through the system 4, releasing hydrogen to the intermembrane space. And the last station for those electrons is now going to be oxygen. Okay, so ganito siya niyan. Yung electron from the NADH napunta sa system 1. Yung electron mula sa FADH2 napunta sa system 2. Ngayon, itong dalawang electrons from these two systems napunta kay coenzyme Q, and then napunta kay system 3, and then kay cytochrome C, and then kay system 4, and then lastly, napunta siya sa oxygen. And these will facilitate the binding of hydrogen in this side of the mitochondrial matrix, hydrogen, with the binding of oxygen. Ay, ang gulo ko doon. Okay, so because of the arrival of electrons, okay, sa system 4, ita-transport ang hydrogen, ibang hydrogen dito sa side na to, papunta sa kabila. Ngayon, kapag natapos yung transport na yon, yung electrons, ang next station nila is oxygen na. So, yung oxygen na present dito sa side na to ng mitochondrial matrix, mababind siya sa mga hydrogen na nandito pa rin sa side na to ng mitochondrial matrix. Okay, so ang magbabind sa kanila, hydrogen and oxygen, is going to be that electron. Okay, so because of the electron, nagbind ang hydrogen with the oxygen, producing, yes, H2O. Okay, ayan. So, that is the electron transport chain. Actually, this entire process from system 1 up until system 4 is the entire electron transport chain. And for you, my grade 9 students, what I want you to remember lang, at least for the meantime, is kung saan nanggagaling yung electrons at saan sila nagpupunta next at kung anong nangyayari dun sa concentration gradient from the mitochondrial matrix at saka sa intermembrane space. So, yun lang muna ang gusto kong tandaan ninyo. Okay, so if it continues to the next step, ATP synthase, the last system 5, that is what you call as oxidative phosphorylation na. So, oxidative phosphorylation involves the electron transport chain and the action of the ATP synthase. So, for my grade 9 students, what you need to remember lang muna to listen to muna in this video is electron transport chain. Okay, now, for the others naman who are watching this video, ganito yun yung mangyayari. So, nag-accumulate na ng concentration gradient ng hydrogen dito. So, what now happens is ATP synthase will be using that energy input, yung accumulation ions dito sa intermembrane space, gagamitin niya yon as energy input para mag-work siya. Okay, how will it work ba? It will be turning adenosine diphosphate into adenosine triphosphate, which will need those hydrogen ions in this side, pulling them through itself back to the mitochondrial matrix. Okay, so yun, yung process na yun from electron transport chain to ATP synthesis is called oxidative phosphorylation. And take note, electron transport chain will produce the most number of adenosine triphosphate. Okay, so comparatively speaking, dun sa lahat ng mga na-discuss nating mga processes in cellular respiration. Now, for this part of the video, I would like you to get an extra sheet of clean paper or your notebook and answer the following questions. So question number 1, a farmer is experiencing a problem in growing his crops. Most of the leaves of the crops are turning yellow. Which of the following will likely result from yellowing of the leaves of the crops? A, it will increase the production of food. B, it will decrease the production of food. C, the production of food will remain the same. And D, none of the above. If you need more time, you may pause this video. I think tapos na ring magdaldal si Doggo. Okay? And I think that you have decided to continue this video. Let's move on to the next question. Abby wants to know if leaves can make food during nighttime. Which of the following experimental design should Abby do to get an accurate answer to her question? A, put one potted plant in a very dark place overnight and test for the presence of starch. B, cover the plant with paper bag overnight and test for the presence of starch. C, put one potted plant under the sun and the other in a shaded area for 2 hours and test for the presence of starch. D, cover one leaf of a potted plant with carbon paper for 2 hours and test for the presence of starch. If you need more time, you may pause this video. If you have decided to continue, that means you are ready for the next question. Question number 3. Which of the following materials are cycled out by the chloroplast and mitochondrion? A, carbon dioxide, water, oxygen, and ATP. B, carbon dioxide, water, sugar, and oxygen. C, sugar, oxygen, and ATP. I'm sorry, that seems to be a mistake. And D, sugar, water, sunlight, and oxygen. You may pause this video if you need more time. If you have decided to continue, that means you're ready for question number 4. When cells break down a sugar molecule completely to produce chemical energy or ATP, the cells need the following materials. A, sugar and oxygen. B, sugar and water. C, sugar only. D, sugar and carbon dioxide. You may pause this video for you to get more time. If you have decided to continue, that means you are ready for the next question. Question number 5. A vegetable farmer wants to increase his harvest. Which of the following conditions should the farmer consider? A, the kind of soil only. B, the amount of water only. C, the location of the plots only. And D, all of the above. You may pause this video to get more time. If you have decided to continue, that means you are ready for the next question. Question number 6. Oxygen is essential in cellular respiration. What is the role of oxygen in the electron transport chain? A, it provides a high-energy proton. B, it releases an electron. C, it serves as the final acceptor of electron. D, it forms water. You may pause this video to get more time. If you have decided to continue, that means you are ready for the next question. Question number 7. What will happen if ATP and NADPH are already used up at night? A, less oxygen will be produced. B. Less carbon dioxide will be used. C. Glucose production will stop. D. Water molecule will split to form electrons. You may pause this video if you need more time. If you have decided to continue, that means you are ready for question number 8. Which of the following best explains planting trees and putting up urban gardens can help prevent global warming? Best explains why planting trees and putting up urban gardens can help prevent global warming. A. Plants produce oxygen during daytime and perform transpiration. B. Plants absorb carbon dioxide that contributes to the rising of Earth's temperature. C. Plants perform photosynthesis. D. Plants use up carbon dioxide during photosynthesis, release oxygen to the environment, and perform transpiration. You may pause this video if you need more time. If you have decided to continue, that means you are ready for the next question, question number 9. Sugarcane is used in making table sugar, which is extracted from the stem of the plant. Trace the path of sugar molecules found in the stem from where they are produced. A. Root to stem. B. Leaf to stem. C. Flowers to leaf to stem. D. Roots to leaf to stem. You may pause this video if you need more time. If you have decided to continue, that means you are ready for the next question. Question number 10. When cells break down food into chemical energy, it undergoes 3 major processes: glycolysis, Krebs cycle, and electron transport chain. Which of these processes provide the greatest number of ATP molecules? A. Glycolysis. B. Krebs cycle. C. Electron transport chain. You may pause this video if you need more time. If you have decided to continue, that means you are ready for the checking of your own work. The answer to question number 1 is B. It will decrease the production of food. The answer to question number 2 is A. Put one potted plant in a very dark place overnight and test for the presence of starch. The answer to question number 3 is carbon dioxide, water, sugar, and oxygen. Letter B. The answer to question number 4 is sugar and oxygen. The answer to question number 5 is all of the above. The answer to question number 6 is C. It serves as the final electron acceptor. The answer to question number 7 is C. Glucose production will stop. The answer to question number 8 is the longest answer. Plants use up carbon dioxide during photosynthesis, release oxygen to the environment, and perform transpiration. Letter D. The answer to question number 9 is B. Leaf to stem. The answer to the last question is C. Electron transport chain. For the last video, you were able to engage in a lecture. It's a discussion about electron transport chain and an assessment about that has multiple choices items. Yeah, the last video may have some noise in the background, pero I hope that you still learned something by, watching this video. I hope that I'll be seeing you in the next series that I am going to upload. I'm going to work on for grade 9 science. Again, I'm Carlos Joseph V. Malabas. I'm Sir CJ, and this is the Knowledge Catalog. I hope that you will show some support in this channel by leaving a like on this video, commenting something nice in the comment section, subscribing to this channel, and clicking on that bell button so that you would be able to be, you would be notified once I upload a new content. The kind of content I'm uploading are just like this. Thank you for your support, and I hope I'll see you next time.